My name is Blair Jones. I'm from Kamloops, BC. I'm 22 and I am a mountain biker, and this is actually my new mountain bike. It's called a 4Cross. It's a four-wheel monster. It'll come munch up the trails when you want to go and have some fun, and I love doing it.
Blair epitomizes the spirit of mountain biking and is one of the most inspiring riders we've had the pleasure to meet on our tour. He has taken his injury and defeated its boundaries. He rides hard and represents the sport he loves with a positive attitude every day. To meet him on the street, you would say he is just another victim of an unfortunate circumstance. But to speak to him will change that attitude right away and maybe even get you inspired to get on a bike yourself. Right now, he is in training to represent Canada at the Paralympics 2010, and we are pleased to introduce to you Blair Jones.
Push too hard. Give it. Love it. I started racing bikes since when I was 5, and I actually raced BMX for 13 years. And then when we came into Kamloops, when the mountain bike scene really came out, caught my attention, and I was just like, wow. I want to try this. These bikes look cool. And from there, I just started advancing up in riding levels. My 4th year of riding, same year that I broke my back, June 26, 02. And here I am today, sitting here doing what I love to do.
Before his injury, I had every confidence in his skills and his abilities. We always tried to make sure he was riding good equipment. Wasn't necessarily the best, but he took good care of the equipment. And you know, I won't forget the day that we got the phone call that said he had gone down.
On the day of my crash, just what was going through my head. From what I remember, we went up, had a look, just went down, checked everything else, and then did a couple speed checks. And after the speed checks, I was like, okay, you know, I feel confident, I know it. And from there, I don't remember anything, just from the actual injury, because it had knocked me out. Grade 3 concussion, brain was swollen and bleeding, and if I didn't have the full face helmet on, I couldn't, who knows if I'd even be here today, but I'm glad to be here, you know.
We used to actually be on the same racing team when I first started riding. He was already kind of a seasoned veteran of racing for the old Javacycle team, which was a shop in Kamloops. And yeah, we rode on the same team for a while, and he was actually quite fast. It's a real shame that happened, but it's good to have him around still. You know, he's out there, he's trying his best. He's got his downhill wheelchair, which is a pretty cool thing. You don't see that too often, and I'm sure a lot of people will be pretty amazed what he can do on it.
To this day, after injury, I think he's still got the burn in him, and he still wants to be out there with the rest of the guys and be doing what he loves the most.
Blair's natural skill is obvious, and he loves to experiment while riding his 4Cross chair. Considering his latest toy is relatively new, he has taken to it like a fish to water. So much so, he took 3rd place in his first ever 4Cross competition at Whistler during the Crankworks Festival.
He loves being on his bike, any kind of a bike. Being in a wheelchair itself hasn't been the struggle for him because it's like being on a bike.
I adapted real quickly. As my dad had said to a couple people when I was in GF Strong doing rehab in Vancouver, he had said that I wouldn't be around there long enough for them even to get to know me, and that was almost how the circumstance was. There's one hill that they called the hard hill to push up, and what I did, I had to master a wheelie to top to bottom 3 times in a row before I go back in. I'll be pushing up that hill 10, 15 times before I can get it. 3 wheelies, perfect 3 times. After you get that, you just, it's like, okay, let's go inside.
He jumps over the littlest thing and I see him spilling out of his chair, and I used to go, and I'd run to him and he kept saying, "Mom, don't do that." So now I just turn away. If he's riding an escalator in the shopping mall or going down a flight of stairs, I just turn. He could fall, but...
Fresh air, the openness gives me my freedom. It puts me in my place where I can come out and enjoy what I like to do, be out with all of my friends, meet new friends, help people if they need help with their riding, do whatever I can do. But most of all, it's my happy place. That there puts the biggest smile on my face, and you can make me the happy guy.
The future is looking bright for this athlete, with plans for lots of action, contests, and projects to bring awareness to people who have suffered similar injuries. Blair truly brings an inspirational note to the things he does, and with such an upbeat outlook on life, how can you not be inspired?
Having a disability shouldn't mean anything to anybody, especially to myself. I don't set limits on stuff I can and can't do. If I'm told stuff that I'm not able to do, sometimes I look at them like, you just gave me a challenge, now I have to try to go and do it. And if I can't, I say, that's fair. I just wanted to try it out to see if I could prove you wrong. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. People with disabilities don't need to set limits on themselves. The door is open to endless opportunities. All you have to do is go out there and pursue it. Well, someone that is in my situation that has a disability, I would tell them straight up, don't let the injury take the best of you, take the best of it. And that's right there flat what I would tell them. Because that there just takes a whole paragraph and sums it up in a couple words.